This naturalrefrigerants.com article is being read by an automated voice. IRN 2025. Teko highlights efficiency measures in new Dachser logistics centers, 1.5 megawatt CO2 refrigeration system. By J. O. Haraldson. Published July 17, 2025. Germany-based Teko has highlighted the efficiency measures of its recently installed 1.5 megawatt CO2 refrigeration system in a new Dachser logistics center. The global logistics provider's new 18,000 square meter warehouse in Landsberg, Germany, provides refrigerated storage for 25,000 pallet positions. Teko Managing Director Andreas Meyer outlined the warehouse's CO2 system in a presentation at the 2025 Industrial Refrigeration Network Conference. The event, organized by Dachser, was held June 6th to 7th in Rottenburg am Neckar, Germany. One of the measures highlighted by Meyer was the adapted worm controller. Other efficiency measures incorporated in the system included adiabatic gas cooling, parallel compression, superheat control, heat recovery, and Teko's heat exchanger, Teko conditioner, which provides a constant low suction gas temperature to the transcritical medium temperature, MT compressors. With our new worm controller, we've built something new and interesting for the industrial market, Meyer said. Instead of relying on one guy who knows all the programming, which is a nightmare for most of our customers, we've taken the standard retail worm controller and added industrial client-specific visualization using web technology. It's a consistent, user-friendly dashboard. Warehouse design. The warehouse turns over 100 metric tons of cooled products daily, which necessitates a large refrigeration load, according to Meyer. In addition, the facility's more than 1 kilometer, 0.6 miles, of piping required Teko to account for refrigerant pressure loss, proper oil return and partial load operation, and risers to adjust for long distances between vertical suction lines. To meet the requirements, Teko installed 3 identical 500 kilowatt, 142.2 terawatt, cooling capacity industrial Rockstay G6 racks. Every rack contained 5 MT compressors and 2 EKO compressors in parallel compression. One rack supplied cooling for the 12-18 degrees Celsius, 53.6 to 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit storage zone, and the other two cooled 227 degrees Celsius, 35.6 to 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit zones. Adiabatic gas coolers support the system in ambient conditions above 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Recovered heat from the refrigeration system supplies 45 kilowatts, 12.8 tons of refrigeration, of heating capacity for heating the facility's offices and social spaces, and 60 kilowatts, 17.1 tons of refrigeration, for defrosting evaporators. Teko started installing the CO2 system in August 2024 and completed the project in February. Intelligent Logistics, the new controller implemented by Worm and developed in partnership with Dachser and German industrial refrigeration designer and manufacturer Kreuzträger, allows users to monitor the system and make remote adjustments. With a graphic interface, Worm's dashboards show a main overview, individual zones, major parameters, evaporator settings, equipment diagrams, and evaporator monitoring for trend analysis. Tens of thousands of retail locations use Worm controllers, according to Meyer. 2 is better than 1. To improve efficiency during summer, Teko used 2 small, roughly 30 kilowatt, 8.5 tons refrigeration, eco compressors for parallel compression in the Dachser warehouse instead of a single large compressor. The smaller compressors begin operation at 12 degrees Celsius ambient temperature to provide a small efficiency gain over a long period. Assuming a 50% runtime, the annual efficiency gain is approximately 8%, according to Meyer. On the other hand, a larger compressor would start operation at 22 degrees Celsius ambient. Assuming the compressor runs 14% of the time, the annual efficiency gain is roughly 4%. Controlling superheat. The warehouse system uses EvaLift, Teko's new solution for semi-flooded systems. The product, released last fall, supports year-round CO2 operation in ambient temperatures from roughly -6 to 34 degrees Celsius, 21.2 to 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit. It controls the superheat in the suction lines by raising the evaporation temperature by 3 to 6 Kelvin, 3 to 6 degrees Celsius, chars 5.4 to 10.8 degrees Fahrenheit, to increase the usable evaporator surface area, Meyer said. In summer, with a gas cooler temperature of 36 degrees Celsius, 96.8 degrees Fahrenheit, EvaLift raises the evaporation temperature from -8 to -3 degrees Celsius. 17.6 to 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit, to improve the COP by roughly 22%. In winter, with a condensing temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, the evaporation temperature is raised from -8 to -3 degrees Celsius to improve the COP by roughly 37%. Quotable: compared to the CO2 systems we were building 10 years ago, the efficiency enhancements are making CO2 more attractive on a larger scale, Meyer said.